Peace be with you, and peace be upon your house. I want to talk about the Demiurge, the half-maker in Gnosticism. And the meaning of the Demiurge as understood amidst Sophian Gnostics. In Neo-Gnosticism, modern Gnosticism, there are many false conceptions concerning the Demiurge, as though the Demiurge is a second god, or the god of darkness, god of the world, versus the true God, the God of the true light. But if we examine esoteric gospels, if we examine Gnostic scripture, it really is not quite so simple, or so linear, or necessarily so dualistic. The Demiurge, in fact, is a personification of ignorance. Cosmic or universal ignorance, primordial ignorance. There's a very different understanding of Demiurge amidst Gnostics than many things that are said. We may look into the esoteric gospel, the Gnostic gospel, Pistis Sophia, and contemplate the term for the Demiurge. Self-willed triple power. Yaldabaoth. Self-willed triple power. What is the triple power? The triple power is self-cherishing, self-grasping, and is desire and fear, attachment and aversion, which is the cause of all sorrow and suffering, which is the cause of all evil, which is the cause of material incarnation, again and again. This is Demiurge, personification of ignorance. How does this come into being? From God the true light. It is a byproduct of creation, arising from an unconscious primordial unity. Souls, sentient beings, are unaware of the unity. This primordial unconscious unity, this is primordial ignorance, to which if one gazes, they cannot find a beginning. In the arising of creation, the countless beings, countless spiritual forces, unaware of this unity, arising in an illusion of separation, in dualism, experience self-grasping and self-will, and attachment and aversion, believing what's arising separate from themselves, unaware that it is a radiant display of their own energy and their source, and unaware of their source, God the true light. And it is in this that the world comes into being from the Demiurge, from ignorance. And self-cherishing, self-will, desire and fear in us, attachment and aversion in us, gives rise to our experience, our sorrow and suffering. Gives rise to the world, our experience. In this way, the Demiurge creates the world. This becomes interesting, though, because if we look into it, the Demiurge is really nothing. This self-grasping, this attachment and aversion is really nothing, but it becomes real to us. Creation of the world as we know it. in an illusion of separation. And this is Demiurge. For a Christian Gnostic, this begins to give insight into the coming of Messiah, into the coming of Christ. One who is not subject to this ignorance, this illusion of separation. One who is not asleep and dreaming and believing the dream separate and apart from the real, but rather who is a lucid dreamer, who shows a path of awakening, who shows a path of overcoming Demiurge, ignorance, by way of gnosis, or in Christian Kabbalah, Chabad, wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and awakening of the soul, in which the soul begins to remember its original unity, its innate unity with the source of its being, with God the true light. This is the path of Gnosticism, overcoming the ignorance, recognizing the cause of our sorrow and suffering as self-grasping, attachment, aversion, and releasing it. In terms of Demiurge, not a second God, but certainly a cosmic principle that we all know very well. We all know this ignorance. We all know this experience of dualism in consciousness, an illusion of separation, in which we feel so distant from the source of our being, so distant from God, so that many of us don't even believe in God or don't even believe in enlightenment, but think we all go into oblivion. That is very sad. But there is a path of awakening the soul that's in us, the greater intelligence that's in us, through which we truly can exit and transcend this ignorance, the sorrow and suffering, in which it can be brought to cessation. And this, in truth, is what Gnosticism is. A path to this awakening, this enlightenment. If we ask the nature of this path, it is really simple. It's learning to go within and live within, and to go deeper still. It's a path of prayer and meditation, opening to the light from above, opening to direct spiritual and mystical experience, opening to a remembrance of other aspects of our soul or being that very much transcend here, and that aren't caught up in this ignorance, not at all. In this way, we might contemplate what is spoken in the gospel, that to enter the kingdom of heaven, enlightenment, we must be born from above. We must remember an original and innate unity, an original, innate, enlightened nature that is the true foundation of our being. This, in fact, is the purpose of the coming of the Messiah, that we might remember, that we might awaken, and experience this transcendence.